What are you doing?
You've got to take risks.
What?
You've got to take risks. You know, we've tried a couple of bits. It's not really worked out.
The camera's on me, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Guess what's on his head. Guess what's on his head.
Fashion is what's on my head, Flav.
Right. Have you got? Just think about what could possibly be on his head. Right. You good? You got that in your head?
Got to push boundaries.
Have you? I mean, it's not.
One for the weekend podcast. Excited.
What you're gonna the whole show?
Yeah, I'll give it a chance. You know, 10 minutes on the clock. It's really exciting podcast, guys. Please, you can watch. I'm on this one, by the way, just to say, taking risks, taking chances. That's what we do on the One for the Weekend podcast, the best podcast you've never heard of. On this week's show, we're going to be talking about Arsenal versus Everton, West Ham versus Chelsea, and Man United versus Wolves. We're going to Room 69. We've got football trivia. We've got footballers' dreams, birds and that with a twist this week. And also, Ad on the ones and twos.
There he is.
And Adam, with some cheeky outtakes last week, which
Yeah.
I didn't realise till the end. There will be outtakes again because you guys seem to like.
You got
it.
more?
Don't put down the outtakes.
All right.
Which is worrying.
You're back for birds and that.
Why isn't that in a problem? I don't know what it is. It's horrendous.
I don't really
take that off your head, please. I can't fucking do the podcast with that on your head.
There's a cuddly little bear. There's
Another
another little
one.
cuddly little bear. Hello everyone. Hope you are about to enjoy the podcast and enjoy your weekend as well.
A lot going on in the world of football.
So much
this
going
week.
on in the world of football. Let's get straight into it.
Is Ronaldo in there?
Ronaldo. Oh yeah. Well, let's have a little chat about. We can go into Man United versus Wolves because obviously Man United won 3-0 yesterday.
Everything's fine there now, isn't it?
Life is good for Man United.
Young boys.
That's sorry, they beat Young Boys. They got Wolves at the weekend.
Right.
My mistake.
You've got a bit of fluff on your face. Brilliant, it's gone. Ronaldo's. What is wrong with that guy? Like, I know you've got to be weird to elevate yourself to that position where you're as good as he is, right? Because he's not a God-given talent, right? He's earned it all by working hard, and you have to be weird to have that kind of level of dedication. Psychopathic, actually, and.
Let's not cut around this. Should he have cried?
No!
No,
what's he crying about?
No, says Flav.
What is he crying about? Is he crying about the fact that he won't get to play, who's it, at Man United?
This is the way that it looks like it's going to work out, is that you get an automatic one-game ban and then it's down to the powers that be to decide if it's going to be more.
Well, it'll get rescinded.
I don't think it get rescinded, but...
What did he do? He didn't do anything.
It
patted him on the head.
Well, Allegri's calling for VAR as well, but then you say VAR, but there wasn't a single camera there that could catch it properly, conclusively. So
I watched the replay over and over again. I don't know what he did. He patted him on the head. Unless he scratched his head.
I think there's an idea that he was going... Well, it's pathetic.
Did he pull his hair?
We are literally separating hairs here. Because he sort of went... I think he went to possibly pull him by the hair, because that's what he wanted to do in his alpha male heart.
Alpha male, that's the wrong word to describe him.
He's an alpha male.
He's not. He's a weirdo.
I'll tell you what, though.
In no room would you look around and think, if he was in a jungle, right, you'd look to him and think, oh yeah, he's our leader. You'd think, fucking guy's weird. Keep him away from me.
Do you know what he's
going to wear our skin.
He's the new era of footballers that, so for those of you a little bit older who listen to the podcast, thank you, first of all, because it makes me feel young. Secondly, you'll remember girls who didn't do the highlight shade thing. You'll remember girls who didn't have lips like that. You'll remember girls who didn't have loads and loads of Botox and stuff. My point is, this is the road that we're going on with Ronaldo, right? Ronaldo's had work done. I can see it. He looks different.
Yeah.
Botox, definitely.
Wouldn't surprise
but in 10 years' time, there's going to be loads of footballers who look really weird.
They're all
going to be Botox in and doing all that crap.
Lots of them do. But
getting back to the fact, he got sent off, right? The guy's 33 years old.
Yeah.
And I know, you should... This is someone who cries when they laugh. So I get crying, I understand that. But I agree with you, Flav. I think it was... I don't even know how to describe it. I thought it was... Poor.
Look, I've got no problem with men crying. I like men who are open with their emotions. They're generally more healthy people, right?
I agree. Well done. Well put.
Yeah, but there's things you can cry over and things that you can't cry over. And this is ridiculous. On any level, injustice in football isn't worth crying over. Injustice in life, where shit things are happening to people around the world, that's something to cry for, not fucking because you miss a couple of Champions League games. What a speng.
Yeah. One thing not to cry over is the Onefootball app, which you can get all your stats and good nuggets in the preview to a game this weekend, or in the review to a game. Man United versus the old young boys.
Yep.
Great win for them. Pogba with a cracking little goal. Graham Souness refuses to give him any credit for it. Did you see that on Twitter?
Yeah,
Still doesn't like it. And I like Graham Souness, I do. But the stats are all on there and it's really good. And one part of it that I really like is that you can kind of vote for your man of the match on it.
Yeah.
And Pogba had, so for man of the match, Pogba had 17.3k votes for man of the match, which shows you how many people are using this OneFootball app. So there's a link in the description. Go check it out.
Didn't make sense though. I looked at who was voted man of the match by OneFootball users for the Spurs Liverpool game, and Mo Salah got it when Milner was head and shoulders above it.
Really interesting. So maybe there's something, because Kevin Mbabu, who plays for Young Boys, was second with 594. So maybe the popularity of Paul Pogba is shining through there. I don't know, but
it's interesting to see how popular players are. It is a good app, OneFootball. I've got it on my phone as well.
Yeah, do you know because look. We're chatting about it here, and you know why that is. But but actually, I have started using it.
Yeah,
I have actually started using it. It's good for lineups and stuff like that. You can get notifications for your team and stuff like that. I was able to do that on Saturday because I wasn't at QPR. I was able to get the lineup, which was good. Back to Man United, and they've kind of come through a really difficult patch now. The Burnley win, the Watford win, and this Young Boys win, and the players have shown that they can get their heads down and fight for Mourinho. Yeah,
I mean, it just goes to show that the problems are probably still there. These things don't go away, but it just shows that winning football matches means that you don't have to confront them. So, it just shows you what a results business we're in.
Yeah. Oh, God.
QPR. Unbeaten in 5, is it?
Unbeaten in,
5?
You cleared the League Cup.
But I'm saying these issues are every football club. Every club has issues, and winning football matches is the only way to deal with it. So, it looks good again for Man United, but they've got quality players. They should be winning games like this. So.
True. Interesting lineup against Young Boys as well. Martial and Rashford both playing. Martial scoring for the first time in 8 months. Spoke to Sam Peoples from United People's TV. Go check his channel out, by the way. It's very good if you want some Man United info. And he's saying actually those two didn't play that great, but the width that they offered was something that was really useful for Man United, and you saw it in the performance of Pogba, who had a lot more space. Scored 2, penalty, and a cracking goal with his left foot in the top corner after driving the ball, and I think set up the Martial goal with a drive through the middle as well. One thing I did want to talk about is his penalty and his new penalty style. It's redundant. It is totally redundant.
Yeah, I think in a game like that where the penalty wasn't crucial, but if you're in like the Manchester derby and he's doing that run up, it's your heart's in your mouth already in a penalty situation.
But he's got to stick with that now.
Why?
Well, kind of, because part of me thinks he just wants the camera on him as long as possible.
Maybe.
And maybe that's a harsh thing to say.
I've seen Harry Kane talk about penalty shootouts, and what happens is that they practice the entire thing, and as you'd expect. But everything, the run up, the stance, where your feet go, and you do it so often that it becomes muscle memory, so that you don't have to think about the run up. You have a process and you repeat that over and over again. So Harry Kane does this little thing where he starts it by doing a little jog on the spot and then goes.
Yes,
all of
I've seen that.
All of that is a part of a process, so that all he has to think about is where the ball's going in the net. Same with like Steve Jobs and Simon Cowell. They wear the same shit every day. I would say Steve Jobs did when he was alive. They wear the same shit every day. Because
do you think that's the answer? But that's the reason behind that.
Behind what?
What their awful dress sense.
Yeah, it's because they don't. It's a reasonable assumption, and I think science backs it up, that your brain can only make a finite amount of decisions a day before it becomes fatigued. So when you're at work about 3 o'clock, you start to flag a little bit. Because you've been making decisions all day, that fatigue comes from the amount of decisions you're making. So when Simon Cowell gets dressed in the morning, he picks the same shit every day because he doesn't want to use up brain power to get through that process, and rather applies it to his working day. And it's the same with Harry Kane or whoever else. You don't want to think about all aspects of hitting that ball. You want to think that the run-up is like muscle memory, and they're different for every player, and Pogba's perhaps developed his own.
Funny muscle memory. Adam, you're of course a striker. Thoughts on Pogba's penalty?
In and out of the bedroom.
Yeah, in and out of the bedroom, of course.
What did he do?
So he does this like.
Right.
and then puts it in.
I don't like silly run-ups. Just smash it home.
Don't mess about, Zal Rosenbaum. Rosenbaum doesn't trial, and that's why he won't be playing for a.f.c.
Yeah.
They were playing Wolves this weekend. They won the last 2 games 1-0. And I think Wolves are going to have a cracking little season because I was looking at their team and how they set up, and they play this back three of Cody, Bowley, and I've forgotten the other guy. I just think they could spring a surprise this week. Now they're unbeaten. I think it's in 4.
You have got a good record.
I've got a decent record.
Pulling out surprising predictions that have come. You backed them against City, didn't they? Got the draw.
Yeah, I did. And I predicted that Man United would win 4-0 against Burnley. They won 2-0. But they had a man sent off and it could have been so different. But it doesn't really help.
Cheers for that.
Yeah. Anyway, keep an eye out for someone, a couple of players. So first of all, Moutinho, who obviously you guys will know about. But I think when these teams play the top 6 sides, you see a better picture of these guys. And Moutinho and Neves in midfield, they turn Wolves into a very different team. Firstly, with their ability to pass the ball.
Yeah.
And then secondly, with the amount of shots that they have as a whole team. Like normally, it's kind of come out of the game a little bit because there's this idea that those long shots are low percentage, so you should work for an angle, whatever.
Yeah.
Guess how many shots Wolves had against Burnley last week?
15.
15 would be a lot, wouldn't it?
It would be a fair amount, yeah.
Double it.
30 shots. What's the score?
30 shots. They won 1-0.
Right, so does that work?
Maybe not. But the point is that they dominated. They totally dominated that game. I think that's why Wolves are an exciting team to watch this season because they've got good attacking players in Costa and Neves and Moutinho, as we were saying before. You've got Traore, who comes off of the bench. He came off the bench last week and was fantastic again.
Love that guy.
Because as a substitute, he's such a great option for them. And Jimenez, who's the striker from Benfica, when you looked at him when he got brought in, you would have thought, is he that good? Because his goal scoring record was quite poor. Mm. He scored last week, but the thing that he really offers, he's just that big target man.
Like Giroud.
Like Giroud. And you've got Costa there near him, who can kind of work with him and then go beyond. Traore, who will then go beyond when he comes off the bench. And I just think they're a really good side, and I think they're going to have a good season. And I wouldn't be surprised if they got a draw this week. Prediction from
There you go. Trust in Alcott.
Trust in Alcott.
Sean Dyche, what's he all about?
Sean Dyche, his
They're
team's in
down,
a fog.
They're down.
His team's in a
Burnley
fog.
are
Well,
down.
let's go somewhere. Let's go to room 69 whilst you're on a little negative trip there. Sean Dyche, you like Sean Dyche?
Ah, fuck him, innit?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Room 69,
I like anyone
who's
who's doing well, and I dislike anyone who's doing badly, and that's across the board.
It really is that clear cut.
In life.
Right.
That's like, homeless people,
get away
from me, yeah? Rich people, come.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Happy, come round me. Yeah. Sad, fuck off.
Go away.
Yeah.
Please.
Depressed, get back into bed. No, obviously, this is a joke, none of that's true.
Who's your room 69?
Sol Campbell.
Yeah.
And not for the reasons that people
you would expect. Yeah.
It's time for him to. He just comes out with nonsense constantly. His Instagram is not. It's not even weird funny. It's like, wow, this guy's creepy.
Yeah, I feel disturbed in my belly button.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm watching him and there's like this sort of fizz here. That I'm like,
yeah. That's called nausea.
Right.
And he forgot his birthday. Like he's forgot his.
Got his age. He's got his own age. And
to be fair, that happens. That happens to me. I went around like last year telling everyone I was 37, and I wasn't. I was 36. It's brilliant because I gained a year in my life. But he's just an odd guy. He offers nothing for the football community. Time for him to go.
Yeah, I mean, I want to give him a chance because he was a great player.
A chance to do what?
I don't know, just to be.
Well, I'm just going to be anyway. And just saying we don't
that's
have
fine.
To...
But I don't want to have to witness it anymore because first strike was him on Sky Sports News on transfer deadline day. That was just
They got him on Match of the Day as well once.
Did he have on Match of the Day? Wow. Yeah. I'm pleased I missed that one. And then this the other day, Ad, you can chuck in a quick clip of this. So the thing that winds me up with this is how unaware he is. Like people forget their age. Like that happens. I get that. But he's done a video where he's said
43 years old today. Yes, Sol Campbell. Got to get it right though, because some people thought I was 44 for some strange reason. No, I'm definitely 43.
He said, look, thank you so much for all the nice messages. I think I'm like a fine wine, hopefully getting better with age.
Hopefully, I'm like fine wine, gets better with age.
Yeah.
Anyway, good luck to you all, and let's make a brighter future. And then he's realised that he's got it wrong. He's realised that he's not 43, he's 44.
So definitely.
So just to be clear, Sol, if you're watching, you're 44.
It's definitely not.
But then he's picked up a phone again.
Yeah.
And he's done the exact same message.
Hi, Sol Campbell here. Thank you for all your kind messages around the world for me. Hopefully, I'm like fine wine and get better with age.
With the fine wine line and the brighter future line.
He's obviously been working on that for a week.
Just be more aware. Just go, look, oh God, I've had a mare.
Or just don't. Just go away.
Yeah. So Room 69, Sol Campbell. Let us know your ideas for who should be going to the foyer of despair, where you're eternally peckish. Let's talk Arsenal versus Everton. Arsenal beat Newcastle last week 2-1.
Yep.
Everton, I've written everyone here. Everton lost 3-1 to West Ham.
That was surprising.
That was surprising, and it showed what West Ham can kind of do, and it showed. And also another game this weekend is Chelsea versus West Ham. Sorry, at West Ham. It just highlights how important Arnautovic is for West Ham. He was superb last week.
He is superb.
And for them to do anything this season, he needs to be firing. Are you surprised how well he's done?
I am, because he's always had the quality. He's always had the technical ability. The way he strikes the ball is absolute poetry. His technique is incredible. But to me, always kind of flattered to deceive. He was kind of good in spells, and he'd have one good performance, and then you wouldn't see him for weeks. And then
temperamental,
that kind of stuff. But pretty much since the turn of the year, he's been in excellent form, and he's crucial to them. And you look at the players they've got, and if Pellegrini can make it all work, they've got a really good side there. And we did predict it would be a top 8. It was just like nothing was clicking for the first 4 games of the season. But it's one of those things where if Arnautovic is playing well, then West Ham have always got a chance.
Yeah,
because he's mercurial.
And I think you saw how big a loss he was for Stoke last season, because obviously they went down. But the thing that I think has worked so well is he's the guy. He's the main man. David Moyes looked around and went, "You're the guy for us." And since then, like this season, 80% of the goals this season he's been involved in, 3 goals and 1 assist. One of the passes was so selfless to, I think it might have been Yarmolenko for the first goal last week. It doesn't get any easier, obviously, playing Chelsea this week. And sooner or later, someone's always got to go. Chelsea, 5 out of 5, could be 6 out of 6 this week. Who have Liverpool got? Southampton, I think it is. So, but next week they play each other, Chelsea, Liverpool.
Should be good.
And I expect really both teams to be 6 for 6 going into that. Despite West Ham getting that game.
Yeah. You would still think that. And I think that with the Chelsea and Liverpool game, not to preview it too much, we can do it next week. But they both play in such attacking football that Chelsea have had a reputation over the last kind of Mourinho kind of established it. And last season, and not, and the Conte of not playing an incredible brand of football, but just kind of getting the results they needed. Not obviously when Conte won the league.
Just having the personnel to get it done.
But Sarri's has come in and they're playing beautiful football. They're vulnerable at the back. Liverpool are much stronger than they have been in recent years, certainly since Van Dijk came in. So it's going to be a fascinating game of football.
Yeah, totally. West Ham, just to say their fixtures, they've got Chelsea, then Man United. Then it gets a little bit easier. Well, actually, you've got Spurs on the horizon as well. But Brighton, Leicester, Huddersfield, Burnley, Newcastle, Cardiff, Palace, Fulham, Watford. So they have had a really difficult start to the season. But if they could get a point this weekend. And their last London derby win was against Chelsea in December. So they're hoping they'll be able to do the same again. Should we have a quick chat about Manorama?
Oh, yeah. This is Vanarama, who sponsor the National League, to celebrate the fact that Prostate Cancer UK are the official sponsors for the National League. They've changed Vanarama to
Manorama,
which is it's good. I mean, it's raising awareness about a really important issue. Let me just fill you in a little bit about prostate cancer. Only men have a prostate gland. The prostate is usually the size and shape of a walnut and grows bigger as you grow older. It sits underneath the bladder and surrounds the urethra, the tube men urinate and ejaculate through. Its main job is to make semen and the fluid that carries sperm. So it's really important, guys. And it's the only time people will clap you for putting something in your ass. If you're, honestly, there's a massive issue. There's a massive issue with men being too prudish to go to the doctor and have a finger put up their ass to check their prostate. Not a problem. And if you're over a certain age, you need to get it done because prostate cancer kills too many people and it can be avoided. So big up to Manorama or Vanorama and carry on because it's a very noble cause.
Totally, absolutely.
I mean, I don't have a problem if people put things up their bum generally.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were
it's just probably not worth applauding, just crack on.
Yeah, in other walks of life, but on this occasion you're safeguarding yourself from something, so.
Yeah, have you ever had your...
I haven't. No,
but you're not of the age for
no.
I'm 3 years away from it.
Oh, okay.
But just, get it done, sonny. It's just a bumhole.
Bit of a gear change here. Football trivia. Football trivia. Last week we asked you, which club has the worst all-time Premier League goal difference?
Yeah.
And annoyingly, I think Football Daily had asked the same question. So a lot of you got it this week. Sunderland,
right, with
minus 292 goals.
In the Premier League?
Goals for 612, goals against 904.
That just shows they kind of languished just above relegation for too long, didn't it?
And they've had some stinker seasons as well.
Yeah.
They really have.
Definitely.
This week we're asking you this question, which was a good one in the office, and Craig... our editor, who prides himself.
He's a genius when it comes to meaningless football.
He was all at sea.
He didn't get it.
Who were the last three? I'll say that again.
Sorry.
Who were the last three Fulham FC players to win full England caps?
And everybody was on this in the office, and without huge clues and helps. Huge clues and help. That no one got it, really. Craig got there in the end, but we pretty much gifted him the answer.
It was on a plate. You might as well have read it.
Yeah.
Right.
What's going on?
Footballers' dreams can happen to you. Look at Flav. He's had two. Occasionally they happen. That's saying, occasionally you've got to just get on with it.
This is tragic.
Footballers' dreams.
Yeah. If this is the first time watching One for the Football,
yeah.
One for the Weekend, I had a dream about Sean Derry in the hot tub with Sven-Goran Eriksson, and Sean Derry had a vagina. So that's why we're talking about this. People send in their dreams in the comments below on YouTube. So if you want us to read out yours, please put them in there because they make us laugh.
They do.
Don't lie though. I'm sick of reading dreams that people have made up. I know.
Well,
sick of liars.
Okay. Right. JTMLNS. He said, so I had a dream that me and my best friend were at a Chelsea game and we were trying to sneak down to the dugout, but we were stopped by the one and only 50 Cent. Or 50 Cent, as he's put here.
Yeah.
He admired our passion so much that he took us to Las Vegas. I woke up after this, slightly disappointed it wasn't real. That's one of those. Have you ever had a dream where you go, oh, I like that one?
Yeah,
you're trying to get back there, and you just can't.
Mate, of course, that's true, that one.
Because that's the shit bit of the dream, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Chelsea bit.
Yeah.
The Vegas bit with 50 Cent.
And we've all had that dream where you do everything just transforms for no reason. I'm like really unlucky because I've never had a wet dream. Never. Not once in my life. Not through my teens. Not now. And I very, very, very rarely dream about sex.
Right.
So on the rare occasions where I have, because everyone wants to dream about sex, isn't it?
Yeah, why not?
I wake up. I'm like, my brain's like, you don't deserve this.
Really?
Yeah,
wow.
You don't deserve this, so I'm going to wake you up.
Your life's too perfect as it is. That's what he's saying, isn't it?
Perfect.
Wow, you're so in love though, aren't you?
I'm very much in love. She's a beautiful woman.
Yeah, great one. Inside and out. Said she's got a lovely heart.
Oh, right. Fucking hell.
She's a lovely woman.
All right.
I respect her greatly. Robbie Sims says, I dreamt that Spurs won the league with 117 points. Had to get my calculator out the next morning to see if it was even possible. It wasn't.
It's not possible?
I don't think so. Oh, maybe it was. Cal, no joke, I had a dream a few years ago where I visited my grandparents and my nan was Neil Warnock, dressed as a woman.
I don't know if that is real.
Has stuck with me ever since, and I've never looked at her the same. I believe it revolves around my dad thinking that Neil Warnock looks like Dame Edna. Average, isn't it?
That's a bigger truth back to it there.
Quick comparison, Adam, please, in the edit. For that one, Dame Edna, Google it, and Neil Warnock. Do they look the same?
No.
No, not really. Although Neil Warnock's lack of eyebrows is suspicious.
Okay.
We'll leave it there.
Yep.
Very quickly, I'm best man this weekend at a wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit nervous about it. Craig from the Great Touch for a Big Lad podcast.
Yep.
Go check it out. He's getting
You'll
married.
rarely meet a more lovely man than Craig.
He's a lovely man, great man.
But no one knows him, so...
Yeah, but anyway, this leads on to disappointing headlines, because this, for me, is disappointing. And I'm intrigued to hear your thoughts on it. So we go to the Daily Mail this week. A bit different to the disappointing headlines we've had in the past, which included the word nonce being in the title. And, of course, the terrifying news that Alexis Sanchez had dropped a bag of Doritos outside a Tesco's in Altrincham.
Yeah.
So this one, here we go, Daily Mail. Finally, the first match at Tottenham's new stadium. The grand opening has been delayed by months, but one lucky fan proposed to his girlfriend before his team have even played there. Now, the reason this is a disappointing headline for me is that I am totally against someone proposing at the football.
Why?
It's just shit. She doesn't want it. And look, I'll read a quote.
No, she
they
doesn't
don't want it.
Didn't she? How did she describe it?
Tesco pasta.
Oh, Tesco.
Other pastas available.
Other pastas
Go on.
are available. Yeah. Sorry, what were you asking me?
Well, how did she describe the proposal?
So she said this, right? I'm in complete shock, but this
Shock.
is incredible. And I couldn't have dreamt of a better proposal. We're so happy.
have dreamt.
That is bullshit,
What?
Jessica.
You do not know
That is
Jessica.
absolute nonsense.
She's a big
Jessica.
Spurs fan. Where's she from?
They're from New York, the couple.
What did I say? What did I say? I said
Mike Salerno from New York.
I said 100%. 100% they're not from the UK, and the reason why I think is I don't think that UK fans, as you've just pointed out, see stadiums as a romantic thing. But you know, it's fair play. Whatever's up to them.
So look, early Flames advice from me: you don't have to do that thing. Just to say, right? They don't want that. She looks. Look, good luck to her. She's fine looking girl. She looks like shit in that. She's wearing a Spurs shirt over a jumper. It looks
James.
crap. He looks fat.
James.
He looks fat. Wear a shirt.
Stop, James.
No,
Can I
you
say
look-
for one reason?
Why?
Stop. Because they will 100% listen to the Fighting Cock, and so will probably see this.
I don't care.
You're hurting people's feelings right now.
Look, my point is, go to a restaurant, go somewhere special, wear a suit.
What? Do
wear
what
a
everybody
suit.
else does.
No.
Do what everybody else. It's up to them. It's up to
Woeful.
them,
Woeful.
and I have no issue with them going in there and doing that. I think
Disappointing.
what a lovely way
Disappointing.
to start the stadium off when we eventually get in there. It's not. I don't. Lots of Spurs fans were sort of digging them out for it. Fuck you.
Grim.
It's not grim. You're grim.
That's my thought. Let me know in the comments below. Do you agree with me or do you agree with Flav? I think they should be banned.
How would you feel if someone said that about you?
What?
Well, called you fat.
No, I'm not saying he's fat. I'm saying he looks fat. Very different. The reason he looks fat is because he's bending down with a shirt that's too tight for him on. Idiot, Mike. Sorry.
And do you know what, Mike and Jessica?
Good luck to you. I hope you have a lovely life. You look very much in love. That's not my point.
They will never think about you again.
That's fine. You'll never get to propose again. And you've done it like that.
She might like it. They obviously like it.
She don't like it.
She's wearing a Spurs shirt. Of course she likes it.
don't like
It's like the best thing in the world for her. She
it.
says it's amazing.
Not happy.
You're the problem here.
Why am I the problem?
You're the problem.
Do you know what as well? If
People like you.
Yeah, the one good thing they did with that, at least the stadium was empty, because when they do it at half time,
Oh, yeah, I mean,
it's
you're asking
like,
for trouble.
You are asking for trouble.
Do you know what comes out,
No
doesn't
one
it?
cares. What?
One song unifies all fans. When you see any kind of romantic moment, there is undoubtedly going to be a chant of, does she take it up the arse?
Oh, really?
Horrible. Happens at Brentford all the time.
Yeah. Disgusting.
Yeah. Just singing to stewards, female stewards. Terrible down there at Brentford.
We're going to go
Bigots.
somewhere different.
4,000 bigots every week. Brentford, the bastards of football.
Now, we've been going to Twinkles the last couple of weeks, and I for one, Flav, I'm exhausted. So,
I like Twinkles.
Yeah, Twinkles is nice, but have you seen that new place down the road?
What?
Twinkles.
Yeah, I've noticed that actually.
It's a nice little wine bar, so if you're maybe, you're looking for a change of scene, something that's just a bit calmer,
You're going to take me down Twinklets then?
let's go down Twinklets. You go to some maybe this might be the first date when she got the number.
Yeah.
Or just if you're looking.
And I'm the girl again, mate.
Huh?
I'm the girl again.
You're the girl, yeah, always.
Right. God, it's a bit posh in here, isn't it?
It's alright, isn't it?
Bit posh in here.
Tell you what, girl.
What?
You look great tonight.
Oh, fantastic.
Can I just say,
What?
you're making me Rioch hard. Speaking of Rioch, Arsenal are unbeaten in 24 home matches against Everton in all competitions. 120, drawn 4. Since a 2-1 Premier League defeat in January 1996 under Bruce Rioch.
I'll tell you what, you might be getting lucky tonight.
Now, quick question for you.
Oh, yeah.
If I took you home this evening,
Yeah.
would you expect to be satisfied sexually?
I'd hope so, yeah.
Yeah. I understand that.
Yeah.
Speaking of uphill tasks, Manchester United have won their last 6 league games against Wolves at Old Trafford, including all 4 in the Premier League. One of 6 sides they've played against on at least 4 occasions at home in the competition, whilst retaining a 100% record. Anyway.
Can we go back to the nightclub?
I think it's
Better.
right. I think it's
Better.
Well, no, actually, wow. Is that the time?
Yeah.
We should really be getting out of here.
Yeah.
Don't you agree?
All right, yeah.
Speaking of scoring late, no side has scored more second-half goals than Watford in the Premier League this season. 8, level with
They're all
Chelsea.
big and powerful, aren't they?
While only West Ham
Unlike you.
7 have conceded more than Fulham after the interval.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here.
I might wait for Decore, actually. Decore. Decore.
Decore?
Oh, who cares? Come on.
All right, that was it. There you
Good.
go.
I prefer
Fat
Twinkles.
nuggets.
Can we go back to Twinkles next week? If you prefer Twinkles, put Twinkles in the comments. If you prefer Twinklets, which no one's going to do, then put Twinklets in there.
That's it. You need to mix it up sometimes. I enjoyed.
Have you ever had, one of them questions made me think, have you ever had like a one-night stand or a sexual experience where you just can't, everything you do is just not really working, it seems like she's not into it?
Yes. God, yes.
Then you're like racking your brains with new tactics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Rather not. Yeah. I'll tell you after. Let's just say I gave it everything I had, and that's a dangerous thing to do. Because if you give it everything you got,
you break your banjo string. Is that what happened?
No.
Right.
No. That has happened as well. Flames advice! And leading off nicely from Stat Nuggets, T. Dyer Westfield, who is a Bull Street OG, also is just a bloody lovely guy. He's got a question for Flames. He says, #Twinkles. I actually got chatting with a girl in a club last week using a Stat Nugget after I found out she liked football. In the end, though, she wasn't as reciprocating as Flav is, although she was a Man United fan, so I may have dodged a bullet.
Yeah.
What would you recommend as a follow-up to a good stat that would lead into something more flirty? Thank you so much for that question, because I get that constantly on my Twitter, because obviously Stat Nuggets work, everyone knows that, but what do you do to keep it moving after that? So
people are struggling.
You go Stat Nugget, right? They
maintaining
go, wow, this guy knows his stuff.
Yeah.
They go, I like my football. What are you going to hit them with?
Don't carry on talking about football. Leave the football. You've done the...
Wrong.
What?
Hit them with the trivia. Hit them with that trivia question.
I thought we were giving them actual advice that could help them.
I'm literally going like this. Right, Stat Nugget, that's yours, right? She goes, yes, please. Trivia. And let the love begin.
No.
Because then you can keep it going. Go, have you got it yet? Have you got it yet? You know, a bit of touch, bit of feel, and it moves forward.
No.
So that's one Flames advice.
No.
An actual one.
Yeah.
What do you mean no?
That's bad advice.
That's great advice. Stat Nugget works. She likes football. You want to keep the conversation going. Trivia question.
Adam, as a man who knows a few things about pulling women, what is if you have any hopes of securing a deal with this lady?
How's he the oracle?
Because
hello. Hello.
Yeah, listen. You stop the football chat there. Obviously. Thank you very much. Actual advice, if anyone needs any. Anyone needs any.
Hang on, no, you're missing out on the context here. The Stat Nugget worked.
The Stat Nugget got you there. It won't get you there. What got you here won't get you there. All right?
Totally.
All you got to do is say with confidence that she's very, very pretty and she's got beautiful eyes. Something along those lines. It's corny, but it works. It's the confidence that helps.
Smell her hair.
What?
Smell her hair.
Yeah, smell her hair.
Right.
Don't smell her hair. That's weird.
Grab her hair and sniff it.
Grab her hair and sniff it. Speaking of birds and that.
Yeah. Speaking of birds, are we going birds and that before Flames? I've got one quick Flames advice because I like this guy and he watches all the videos.
Go on.
Sufyan Irfan. Flames advice. I'm moving to university next week, moving from Birmingham to Cambridge. Show off. This is a big thing for me, even though I'm quite independent and carry myself well. I'm unsure of the tribulations that await me. So, lads, what would be your advice in settling into university? By the way, booze is off the table because I don't drink.
Fuck.
Much love, lads. And
Don't go.
Adam is the real MVP.
Absolutely, Adam is. I mean, I can't say on the podcast, but there are other things you can. What?
Go on.
You know what I want to say?
Yeah.
All right. So there are other things you can do other than drink. A wink.
The views of Flav are not the views of this podcast.
No, absolutely not.
This channel.
Do you know, it's a stupidly naive and childish thing to say that drinking's the only way you can have fun. But it does help.
Right, maybe I should take this one.
Go on then.
Right.
Sorry.
Mate, first of all, don't worry about that. The thing that you've got to get on board with is going out on a night... Yeah,
There's going to be lots of...
Try and have sex. Yeah, try and have sex.
No, but everyone's really open-minded when you further go away from home. Get your dick out.
Yeah, don't do that either. But just have it in your mind that you're going to go out, you're going to have good nights out, you're going to have a dance, right?
And you prepare... Yeah.
And the other people that are drunk, they're not going, oh, he's not drunk. They're not thinking that. They're too busy being drunk. So don't worry about feeling awkward in a nightclub.
Oh, yeah.
Because everyone else is having a great time. So you can just go with that.
It's actually that. It's having the correct mental aptitude for having a good time, and you will have a good time. That is good advice.
Thanks, mate.
That is good advice.
And we wish you all the best.
And you will have so much fun.
One quick thing.
You'll be able to fill your boots.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Make sure you do your studies. Actually, first year is a write-off. Don't worry about it.
The first year is a waste of money. If you go straight to the second, you get like 8. I did 8 hours at university a week. 8 hours in my first year at uni.
My biggest regret is going to so many lectures in the first year. Should I say that? Probably not. But yeah, as payment for that, I want you to tell 10 friends about the podcast, please. Thank you. Birds and That, we finished with Birds and That. Normally we head over to Adam, but not this week. Flav, you've been in the headlines. And when I mean headlines, I mean comments. Elton 2K said this. I think Flav slept with my sister back in the day. When I was watching this video on TV, she just yelled, "I've slept with that fella." What's going on here?
Well, I slept with a woman that happens to watch or see the pod. I would like to know her name, although I can't. I mean, yeah, hit me up. I've got a girlfriend, and I'm very happy.
More than a girlfriend now.
Yeah, fiance. And
3 cheers for Flav and Ollie. Hip hip, hooray! Hip hip, hooray! Hip hip, hooray!
Okay, I can't show her this because she's not going to like the bit I'm about to say. But I'm curious about who it is because I've got to be honest. This isn't me bragging at all, but I don't remember a lot of the names of a lot.
We need a picture.
Yeah, send a picture. The likelihood is I just look like someone she slept with.
Maybe.
But she remembers.
Maybe she slept with Jeremy Corbyn.
Or
Jurgen Klopp.
Or Jurgen Klopp, or Pete Crouch. I think. Look, that's a nice thing to be remembered. I think, and I'm sure I'll remember you once I see it.
I would like a full breakdown of what happened and how it went, with a 6 out. What's 6 out of 10? With a marking out of 10. I'm not marking you. With a marking out of 10 at the end of it, please. That would be great.
That would be great, and I'm pretty sure I'd score high because of.
I mean, that's a great way to end it. We hope you enjoyed it. Hit the like button. Do that now because that helps us. Comment down below. And if you've watched the whole thing from the start to the end, that's big because it helps with our retention. It keeps this podcast alive.
Yeah.
Outtakes.
But I'm thinking everyone who does is probably already subscribed now, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. Subscribe for Adam because his job's.
All right.
Bye. Bum, 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 bum.
So what happened?
Huh?
What happened?
What do you mean what happened?
When you tried everything.
Right. Fucking hell. She just...
we can talk about late last night, Dele Alli.
I was like, I'm shocked by that.
I thought you were laughing.
I'm into it.
I thought you was laughing at me.
Wow.
All right.
No, never laugh.
Never laugh at me. It's fine.
Powered by. Fuck.
No, but
All right. Powered by screen. Come on.
even if I had, would you need to have to ask for it?
No,
Doesn't matter.
Not the time, is it? Right, here we go. Powered by. Stop laughing. Wow. Why do women talk so high as well? Fucking have that! Get in!
Just narrow the legs. Right.